All right, what's going on? Happy Wednesday shop day video. Here we are back at it. Still a little bit slower around here today. We got a big day tomorrow though. Got about 1,000 cubic meters to pump tomorrow. A couple good sized jobs. Just catching up on some shop work. 38 meter is in for a boom inspection. Let me just grab my Aurora concrete pumping tumbler. How's that for product placement? Big shout out to these guys for hooking me up. Chris and Ryan and the guys out in Ontario. Let's see what we got here. One thing I got to fix while it's unfolded here is the this valve here, which I understand is like an air brake valve. It's like a relay valve for the air cuff system. Every winter it freezes up and the diaphragm inside gets dislodged and starts to leak. Usually it's just a case of popping the screws off, opening it up, cleaning it up, and putting it back in place. Any surprises on this one, or pretty good so far?
There's a couple of things.
Oh, a couple things. Oh, what do we got? This is my favorite pump. It's very near and dear to me.
Is it? So well,
this is from folding up with the reducer on and scratching it.
Yeah, it's we're here. So, but anyways, if you come from this side, you'll see that bolt is actually bented upwards because there's a gap underneath the roller.
Oh.
Up here.
Oh yeah.
But so I don't know whether this is supposed to roll. There's supposed to be probably a gap here to allow it to spin.
Well, it's got like
but it's got a flat spot though.
A horseshoe plate on it. I think it's just from travel, from it bouncing in travel.
Okay.
But okay, so it's bent it. But that's just a bolt.
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah.
So I'm just wondering whether this is actually intended to roll. Or
no, I don't think it does. When you see it fold up, it kind of locks in with like a tongue on there. There was one on the B section. Where the heck is it? On the, why can I not find this? No. Oh, the big one there on the B section. That one had actually bent a couple of years ago, and they had to come in. There was an update for it, and they had to weld a new boom rest on there.
Okay.
So that one is an interesting one, but the procedure for fixing it was a major upgrade from what it came with from factory.
Yeah. So you see saddle that's up here.
Oh yeah.
Where it broken right through. That probably will be a fix.
Okay.
It rubs against here, but I'm not gonna call it.
Yeah, it's a tip section rubbing on it when it travels. Okay.
I'll show you one thing here. So if you look at this kind of a donut weld here to fill it.
Yeah.
I thought there was a crack here. Initially just looked because it looks like a paint crack, right?
Yeah.
So I chipped it off, cleaned it off as much as I could, and then I did them empty and it's clear.
Oh,
but,
good.
But essentially that's what it would look like more or less, right? Maybe a bit rust in there too.
When you say MT, is that like a metal
MT.
particulate test?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
Magnetic particle.
Oh, sweet.
This and this.
So, same as Magnaflux?
Yeah, exactly the same thing. You
So you put some dust down?
Dust down. Well, first you magnetize it, and then you.
Oh yeah, and then when you magnetize it, it all goes towards the crack. Is kind of the idea.
Yeah, but it's I did it reversed way because first you magnetize it, right, and then you spray this.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing till you press the button, right? When you press the button, there's
wow.
a magnetic field, and then you spray these particles, and you see how they move a little bit. So if there was a crack or something, or see how it kind of goes up on a corner.
Yeah.
So if that was a crack or something, that's how I would see it.
Oh, amazing.
But see how it's kind of jumping and moving, right?
Yeah,
They're
it looks like little ants.
Yeah, but it needs to be dry too, right? It cannot be sticky or wet.
This is gonna be nice and dry. So that one tested out good then.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah,
Okay. So no cracks yet. Then just the bent bolt and some boom rest stuff.
So I see that there's on quite a few of these pumps. That's where they Well, that's why they installed this kind of a saddle so it doesn't damage the boom. And
Right, so it's removable.
yeah, there's a bit of a wear here, and the bolt is even wearing.
Oh,
nice.
so the bolt is what put the hole through the corresponding saddle then.
Oh, okay.
I think. Well, you feel how thin that, well, I mean, you know, it's incredible how thin the metal is. Right?
Maybe 3 millimeters less.
Like when they tell people not to lift things with the boom like a crane, there's a reason.
Yeah.
We had an old boom section in the yard about the same length as that one, and literally one guy could pick it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's insane how light they are. Yeah.
And the reach from this thing is unreal. Like, the stresses might be really hard.
Well, they keep getting more reach on the same size truck. So how do they do it? Lighter, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they change the materials, the steels and whatnot too.
Yeah.
Now they're more like a fishing pole.
A lot of the stuff that's engineered, it's you don't see that, but I think this was made from a plate that's this thick.
Yes.
And then they machined, they planed everything.
Well, it's beautiful the way they do that.
They must have left also a piece of steel, and then they just
Even at the ends of the boom section there, instead of welding all the plates on, they actually machine it from one.
yeah. So I think engineering wise, it's probably as complicated and structurally as complicated as
Well, even like this area here. I remember we had a boom inspector before that was just oogling over like the way they've done this here. Instead of welding plates on, the way it's a machine.
Yeah.
You just don't see that. I love this pump. It's very near and dear to my heart. It's the best pump we've ever had. It is, yeah. It's amazing, yeah. That's cool to get to see the magnetic particle testing. Okay, so a little bent bolt there, no big deal. Oh, I love this pump. Okay, let's get a screwdriver. We'll fix that air valve real quick while we're here. So here's the before. That's leaking air. There's our diaphragm. You can see it's covered in a bunch of crud. So I take a little WD-40. Wipe this clean. Nice and clean, like so. Beautiful. And we will wipe this off as well. A little wipe. About like that. And then we'll wipe on this side. The diaphragm back in, like so. This half on, like so, to hold it in place. Bolts back in. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how we did here. Much better. Still got a little bit of a hiss here. Oh. Yeah. The hiss is from the airline going to the cuff. Yeah, okay. No, we're good. Perfect. Solved it. But yeah, if you live in for those in colder climates, I do find that during the winter, a good after a couple good freeze cycles, this thing it'll dislodge like that. You just gotta pop it apart and clean the diaphragm up and replace it or reinstall it, shall we say. So, and a little squirt of WD-40 on the connection here, and that sealed it up too. What's the plug on the end for?
Just to hold the end tight so it doesn't shift while we're welding.
Oh, so use that one on all the placing boom pipes too? On the makeups?
Placing boom, it actually goes inside.
Otherwise they don't sit true, I guess, or they move from the heat.
Yeah, it keeps everything centered up. Yeah, placing boom, it just drops right in.
Oh.
Otherwise, as soon as you hit one spot with heat, it will start twisting.
Right.
So
Did we find one?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know if you see the powder.
Oh, we found a crack?
Yeah, from this side. If you come around this side, see the line there.
Oh, so that's what a little crack looks like.
Yeah. We still try to chase it.
Okay. Oh, so you try and chase it with a grinder, clean it out. Okay.
Because we don't want to weld it as much as we possibly can, right?
When I get in close, I feel the magnet. Is that dangerous? Is that normal?
There's magnets around us everywhere.
I may be blessed with superpowers now after that experience. This here is the update I was referring to. It's funny, the fellow that did the repair for us, awesome guy, actually chimed in on last week's video. We were doing the boom inspection on the 39. He was asking how this repair held up. And it is solid. Very extensive. I wish I had photos of it. I might have one or two that I could insert. See if I can dig them up. Yeah, this whole piece came out and was upgraded with a larger one. It was the original design. It would bend during travel. It bent this and put a little crack right here, but it actually passes right into the boom. So they had to carve all this open. A very extensive repair, but great job. See if you can see anything on the other side. No, they didn't have to carve all the way through to the other side. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, that pin passes all the way through the boom. You can see where they did some work there. Yeah, it's been a couple of years and it's been top notch and didn't cost us anything. The manufacturer honored that. They were actually the ones that made us aware of the update and sent somebody out and took care of it. So I gotta give a huge thanks to Western Concrete Pumping down in Bellingham, Washington. They actually allowed us, because the welder's an American fella, so to get up here and do it was a little bit complicated. So they Western Concrete Pumping allowed us to send our machine down to their yard, and they did the work right there. So big shout out, big thanks to Mike and Arv and the team down there for helping us out. So that one was ground out. And no more crack, it was just an overcut. Oh, to notch out where that bolt is rubbing through?
Yeah.
Amazing how light this is. Very light material, that's for sure. All right, we just had a package show up from Fritz Pack, I just noticed. Let's see what we got. Let's see what they sent us. Slick Pack 2. Okay. So this is interesting. I had a very good conversation with Gabriel from Slick Pack at World of Concrete, and I explained to him the results or lack of results we were having with the regular Slick Pack 1, for priming through rubber hose. For priming through a boom, through steel pipe, it works great for us, but lay down line we're having some real issues. I was convinced that it's something to do with our sand, and I think our sand doesn't help the case. And speaking with Gabriel, it would seem like super plasticizer or water reducers has a lot to do with it. And he was saying that the Fritz Pack will eat up a certain amount of water from the concrete, and if you have a water reducer mix to begin with in the concrete, there's not a lot of water to give up. So his recommendation was to mix the Slick Pack thinner. I've been mixing it a little bit thick, it sounds like, and he also said the Slick Pack 2 will work better for our application. I don't know what the difference between the two is exactly, but super curious to give this a try. Really good conversation with him. Much appreciative of his time, and we got pretty techy with things, because I know there are markets where they have great results with Slick Pack, with regular Slick Pack. As I mentioned several times before, I was down visiting Jeff from Muddy Feet in Texas. It worked great for us. We primed out, I think it was 200 feet with using Slick Pack, but his sand is a lot different down there, a lot more powdery beach type sand, and I don't believe they have the amount of chemical in the concrete, at least on that day, as compared to what we normally see up here. So Slick Pack 2, we're going to give this a try. We'll do this in a upcoming video, and like I said, the powder itself looks very different from what the Slick Pack 1 looks like, so we'll see how it mixes up, and we'll give it a go and expect a video on that. But big shout out to Fritz Pack for sending this stuff out. I love their delay set powder product. We use it daily. It is a staple product for us for retarding and delaying the concrete. Couldn't recommend it more highly. So anyhow, we'll watch for this in a future video too, and thanks again Fritz Pack for sending this stuff out. Yeah, so nothing major here, just little boom rests, things like that. That's kind of the typical that we see on the yearly stuff. You know, they marked this. This is just paint scratches from folding up, and I think the air cuff, without the bolts on it, so we didn't have the Velcro closed that protects the bolts or covers the bolts, and it scratched, just surface scratch. The piece they're pointing out earlier on the boom rest there, where it's flattened out on the side, I figured that out. The replacement bracket on there that was installed is not a perfectly elliptical, is that the word? So that the new the circular boom rest is just kind of conforming to the shape of the corresponding bracket that it sits in. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, just a couple little things. Like I said before, what they thought was a crack on the front was just kind of in a bit of an overhang. So they gouged that down, and it's nice and clean. And Tony's working on the boom rest here. He's gonna notch this out. There's a little bolt on the tip section of the boom that always rubs into there, and that's what that's from. It's been like that since new. So like I said, always little stuff, boom rests, boom brackets. We don't see a lot of major structural on any of these machines really. So yeah, that's kind of the shop tour of today. Like I said, I've kind of been trying to do like a Wednesday shop video every Wednesday, and I can do it now because we're a little bit between jobs, between work. As things pick up, I don't think I'll be able to, probably won't be able to keep up with these every week anyhow, but it's kind of fun to do. Show you around, show you the goings on behind the scenes, and hopefully by this time next week, this parking spot here where Corey's 58 meter used to sit will be occupied with Mike's new 56 meter. So it'll go there, and the 56 meter here, I'm sure Corey will probably run that primarily. It's kind of the thoughts. And yeah, it'd be nice to get some new iron in the yard. So you know how it goes. Until next time, keep on pumping. This is Wednesday's video. Maybe this Saturday, maybe the following Saturday, we have actually these two pumps out doing 1,000 yards of concrete tomorrow with the laser screed. Kind of a cool pour, so that will be a video, so watch for that one coming up. But yeah, until then, catch you on the next one. Oh shoot, before we go, I bought myself a little something. I was so impressed with that sprayer that Jack Superior sent me. The Tengwai, which is made in Germany, which is weird. We love that sprayer so much that I bought another one. So I've got one for Sid's pump and one for the VSP 70. Yeah, no, these things are awesome. I couldn't recommend them highly enough. So get yourself a Tengwai.